She said, I don't appetite to be a wife, appropriate now. I charged to acquisition myself. I said, then I achievement you acquisition, what you're attractive for. What she begin aback she came aback, was addition who know best waited. Rigid, column, I was folding laundry aback Maya, alone it on me. 7 years affiliated.com for 10. Maya, we charged to talk. Hey, what's up? Still folding her yoga pants. I've been activity trapped like I absent myself about fourth the way. Attractive up, okay. Appetite to allocution about it. I don't appetite to be a wife appropriate now. I charge to acquisition myself. What does that beggarly exactly? I appetite. To move back to my old apartment, booty sometime. Amount out who I am afterwards, actuality, Marcus's wife. So, separation. Not legally, aloof space. I charge to explore, travel, maybe booty that art address program. Acquisition, my affection again, the one in Portland. Yeah, and maybe haversack through Europe after. I've never been distinct as an adult. Marcus, I went from my parents to academy. To you, setting bottomward, the laundry. How long? I don't know. 6 months, a year, until I acquisition myself. And what about us? We're married. That won't change. I aloof charge to not be a wife for a while. You understand, right? I stared at her for a continued moment. She'd already fabricated up her mind. The attaché by the aperture accepted it. Again, I achievement you acquisition what you're attractive for. Adequate smile. I knew you'd understand. This doesn't change how I feel about you. Apparently it does. She abashed out that weekend larboard her rings on the dresser. Afflicted her amusing media aback to her beginning name. The works. First affair Monday. I alleged a lawyer. So, she wants to breach affiliated but lives alone while she finds herself. That's the gist, and you appetite to assure myself. What are my options? We discussed, acknowledged, breach against divorce. Asset protection. The accommodation bearings bought afore marriage. Only my name. Bank accounts mostly abstracted already. Thank God. Advocate if she's abandoning the conjugal home. Document everything. So I did. Photos of her actuality gone. The rings larboard behind. Screenshots of her amusing media changes. Her argument adage, she bear to not be a wife. Anniversary. 2. She acquaint from Portland. Big smile. Art supplies. Award myself. New chapter. Aesthetic journey, her mom called. Mom Marcus, what's this about Maya in Portland? She's award herself. What does that mean? Are you two accepting problems? Asked Maya. She's the one who didn't appetite to be a wife anymore. But you're still affiliated, accurately for now. Started therapy, not because I was falling apart, but because I bear clarity. Therapist was blunt. She wants the aegis of alliance afterwards, any of the responsibilities, basically, and you're accept with that. No, that's why I'm here. 3 months in, Maya was active her best life. Europe pics calamity Instagram, wanderlust, alone travel, chargeless bird, adverse friends, abundance hikes, wine tours. Meanwhile, I was administration everything. Mortgage, bills, her car allowance still on my policy. Even fielding calls from her dentist about absent appointments. Coworker, dude, you attending better. Been alive out. Me, yeah, got time now. Started hitting the gym at 5 a.m. Affable absolute commons. Instead of her adopted takeout, signed up for that woodworking chic I'd consistently capital to try. Funny how abundant time you accept to back you're not cat and mouse for addition to acquisition themselves. Again, Nora, abutting our team. Smart, funny, absolutely showed up. Nora, hey, abundant presentation. Appetite to grab coffee and altercate implementation. Sure, coffee angry into cafeteria meetings. Professional, consistently professional. But she fabricated me laugh. Reminded me what it acquainted like to accept addition, absolutely present. Maya's acquaintance Jess, alleged about ages 4. Jess, so how are things? Me fine. Why? Maya's afraid you're not responding to her texts. She texts me biking updates. What acknowledgement does accepting sangria in Barcelona need? She says you assume distant. I'm giving her the amplitude she wanted. That's not, she still wants to apperceive you're there. I am aloof, not waiting. Amend 1. 6 months later. Maya came aback, afterwards 8 months. No warning. Aloof showed up Sunday morning with a tan and a adenoids ring. Hi, opening the aperture wider. Hey, she absolved in like she still lived there. Alone, her haversack by the covering closet. Froze, seeing. The changes you redecorated, renovated, angry your ability allowance into a workshop. My ability room, the additional room. You took all your ability stuff. She wandered through like a tourist. New couch, new art. My photography from the chic I took. The branch with half-finished appliance projects. Maya, it looks different. Coffee. We sat at the kitchen table, acquainted like a business meeting. So, I begin myself. Acceptable for you? I accomplished, I was burnt out. Bear to reconnect with my art, but I additionally accomplished article else. Waiting, I absent us. I'm accessible to be a wife again. Okay, that's it. What do you appetite me to say? That you absent me. That you're blessed I'm back. I did absence you for about 3 months. Again, I abashed on with my life. Her face fell. What's that declared? To mean, you didn't appetite to be a wife. So I chock full actuality, a bedmate, cat and mouse for his wife to appear back. But I'm a back now. I begin myself. I'm blessed for you genuinely. But I begin myself, too. What do you mean? Mean, I'm not the aforementioned actuality who bankrupt your laundry, while you appear you were leaving. I'm not absorbed in actuality. Anyone's assurance net. Starting to breach up. Assurance net. I'm your wife. You accurately didn't appetite to be. She approved effective abacken. I'd already afflicted the locks. Lawyer's admonition, afterwards ages 3. Are you serious? This is my home. No, this is my apartment. Premarital asset. You alone it 8 months ago. I didn't carelessness anything. I was award myself. Me in Portland, again Prague, again Peru. While I was actuality advantageous, the mortgage. The alms ramped up, aback she accomplished, I was serious. She'd been blockaged with Jess, but that wasn't sustainable. You can't aloof, lock me out. I accept rights. You do. Through your lawyer. Advocate for what? The annulment you're about to be served with. Shocked Pikachu face, divorce. I don't appetite a divorce. Neither did I, but I additionally didn't appetite a wife who bear to not be a wife for 8 months. The adulation bombing started immediately. Texts about our history. Photos from our wedding. Remember a back letters at 2 a.m. We were so acceptable together. Were accomplished tense. She enlisted her family. Her mom alleged crying. Marcus, please, she fabricated a mistake. She fabricated a best for 8 months. She was confused. You adolescent bodies and your award yourselves. I wasn't confused. I was actuality working. Advantageous bills, actuality and adult. Her dad approved the absolute approach. Son, alliance is about forgiveness. It's additionally about actuality present. She wasn't. She's accessible now. I'm not. Again, came the bedraggled tricks. Maya started assuming, up at my gym, my coffee shop, accidentally active into me. Maya, oh, Marcus, what a coincidence. Me, Maya, you alive beyond town. This isn't a coincidence. Can we aloof allocution as friends? Me, we're not friends, we're accepting divorced. She approved the branch angle, a quaint on amusing media, about how addition had destroyed her artistic space. Conveniently larboard out she'd alone it. Her followers ate it up. Men are so cruel. He blanket your art room. I acquaint once, adamantine to abduct a allowance in my own accommodation that was alone 8 months ago. Her anecdotal burst aback boat, did the math? Amend to the accretion things got uglier aback Maya accomplished, I wasn't budging. She assassin a advocate who was allegedly fed a actual altered story. Her lawyer. My applicant says, you bound her out afterwards a abrupt vacation. My advocate 8 months is a vacation. Here's her amusing media documenting her award herself journey. Here's her argument adage, she doesn't appetite to be a wife appropriate now. Her lawyer, she was exploring claimed growth. My advocate, while abandoning the marriage, we accept documentation. Maya, approved banking warfare next. Attempted to admission our collective savings. Minimal. We kept abstracted affairs mostly. Bank flagged it aback, she hadn't affected it in 8 months. Again she went nuclear. Showed up at my job, Maya to receptionist, I'm Marcus Chin's wife. Ancestors emergency. Aegis, allege me. I came bottomward to acquisition her in the antechamber with a suitcase. What are you doing? Loud abundant for everyone. I accept boilerplate to go. My bedmate bound me out. We're accepting divorced, you larboard 8 months ago. Starting to cry. I aloof bear some time. You got it? 8 months worth. Security. Amuse escort her out. Your heartless I gave you 7 years, and again larboard to acquisition yourself. Achievement, it was account, it my bang up, pulled me abreast after. Aggregate, okay. Divorce. She's not administration. It well, charge some time. No, works the abiding allotment of my activity appropriate now. The apply attack started online. Maya corrective herself, as a woman who took abrupt sabbatical for brainy bloom, and came aback to acquisition her activity. Destroyed. Her column came aback from healing to acquisition. He afflicted the locks. Threw abroad, my things, angry my art amplitude into his man cave. This is what happens aback you accent self-care. Ladies, botheration was I'd kept everything. Boxers in. Storage. Labeled and photographed, receipt from the accumulator unit, dated 8 months ago. My response, stored items larboard abaft 8 months ago. Accumulator assemblage 447. Here's your key. Your abrupt sabbatical timeline seems off. A company started allotment sides, most who knew the absolute adventure sided with me, but Maya was acceptable at spinning victim narratives to newer acquaintances. Again came the answerability trips through her acquaintance network. Jess, she's blockage on my couch. How continued is this activity to go on? Until the annulment is final. She cries every night. She was Bedlam in Barcelona. Bodhi's adapt. The final harbinger was a back she approved to affirmation conjugal support, arguing she'd accustomed up career opportunities to abutment the marriage. My advocate laughed. Absolutely laughed. Lawyer, she voluntarily labored to acquisition herself for 8 months. Acquaint abundantly about her art address and travels. Adamantin to affirmation banking. Accident to back, you're documenting European. Wine tours, judge wasn't affairs it either. Absence Chen, you voluntarily labored the conjugal home for 8 months. I was award myself. Were you active during this time? I was absorption on claimed growth. So, no. And now you appetite support. I sacrificed for the alliance by abrogation. It. Final update. 1 year later, annulment was accomplished 3 months ago. Maya fought it until the end, but absoluteness has a way of winning. Final adjustment was straightforward. She got her actuality. From storage, small adjustment from the collective savings. No conjugal support. Clean break. She approved one after most abetment at signing. Maya, we could stop this. Go to counseling. Assignment it out. You capital to acquisition yourself. I begin addition who shows up. Yeah, about that. Remember Nora from work. We started dating afterwards my annulment was filed. Took it slow. Actual slow. She knew the situation. Nora, I'm not a rebound, right? We apperceive your addition who's absolutely here. Good, because I don't do temporary. The adverse is stark. Nora wants to be present. Makes affairs and keeps them. Includes me in decisions. Radical concept. Maya still texts occasionally. Usually backward night, I absence us messages. I don't respond. Aftermost, I heard through the grapevine, she's a back active with her parents. Still announcement about her adventure and how she was punished for allotment self-care. The anecdotal never changes. Her mom alleged after most week. Mom, she's not accomplishing well. Me, I'm apologetic to apprehend that. Maybe if you allocution to her. She capital. 2. Acquisition herself. She needs to amount out what to do with what she found. You've changed. Yeah, happens a back. Your wife decides she does an appetite to be one. The workshop's advancing forth. Nice. Built a dining table after most month. Nora helped beach it. She absolutely shows up for the arid parts, too. Maya was appropriate about one thing. She did charge to acquisition herself. Turns out, she began addition who abandons things aback. They get adamantin and expects them to be cat and mouse aback. She's ready. I begin myself, too. Begin I'm addition who doesn't delay about 4 bodies who leave. Who ethics presents over promises. Who can body article new from the pieces larboard behind. She said she did an appetite to be a wife, appropriate now. I said I hoped she'd acquisition what she was attractive for. She begin what she was attractive for. I begin article. Better. Addition, who wants to be here? Funny how that works out.